Even while stories about a supposed golden age look to be nothing more than fables, is it feasible that a remarkable, highly developed ancient civilization may have arisen on our planet without any of us being aware of it? The Silurian hypothesis attempts to provide a solution to the question of life on Earth by making reference to an episode of the British television program Doctor Who, in which the characters encounter members of an ancient reptilian civilization. The amazing technological achievements of ancient civilizations have frequently baffled archaeologists, leaving them puzzled as to how such marvels were accomplished. With your eyes closed, join me in imagining this. Easter Island is a destination of immense mystery and intrigue that is tucked away between the boundless expanse of the South Pacific Ocean. How the first people to live on the island were able to make the difficult 3,600-kilometer trek from mainland South America is still a mystery. The existence of the almost 1,000 monolithic statues that dot Easter Island's terrain is one of its most intriguing features. The exact mechanism the islanders used to move the human head on torso statues, known as moai in the local tongue, is still a mystery to us. It is still unknown what inspired Easter Island's first residents to attempt such a difficult task while living in such isolation. Unfortunately, the Indians did not have a written record, and the oral history is not very extensive. Recent research is starting to reveal the mystery behind these massive stone giants, offering explanations for their function and significance, which have long captivated the public. Researchers have debated how people transported and correctly positioned the enormous stone blocks at their different positions 2.5 millennia ago for a very long time. The Silurian hypothesis enters the picture here in an effort to shed some light on all these puzzling issues. The Moais were transported in what manner? How were the massive pyramids of Giza constructed in prehistoric times? Exist any unexplained advanced ancient civilizations on Earth? Two scientists who have been looking into the possibility of an industrial society existing before humanity have named their hypothesis the Silurian hypothesis. Their research has intriguing ramifications for how we ought to examine Earth and the effects humans have on it. These research results may also have advantageous ramifications for astrobiologists hunting for extraterrestrial life. Although the Silurian hypothesis is still largely hypothetical and a thought experiment, two scientists took it seriously in a paper that was published in the International Journal of Astrobiology. The Drake equation, which is used to calculate the number of extraterrestrial civilizations that are active and capable of communication in the Milky Way galaxy, served as the foundation for the two researchers' paper. The two researchers questioned how frequently life appears on planets at the same time. This argument raises the following query: can the same planet sustain multiple civilizations during its lifetime? And this brings up the next two queries. Did our planet formerly support a highly developed society millions of years ago? And if so, do you believe that any remnants of this long-gone society could exist? Gavin Schmidt from the Goddard Institute of Space Studies at NASA and Adam Frank from the Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Rochester both raised these two issues with great seriousness. The Silurian hypothesis may not be as outlandish as it may sound, the two men argue in this paper, as they highlight oddities that occurred 56 million years ago. The Silurian theory does not entirely fall under the purview of archaeology. In fact, scientists have based their research on the possibility that a prehistoric society existed tens, if not hundreds, of millions of years ago. Even though glass is one of the most robust materials, you shouldn't anticipate to uncover any evidence of it to support the Silurian idea. We shouldn't rely on sunken cities or sand-buried sculptures either. We must use our own civilization as the sole example if we are to understand how to locate remnants of a vanished ancient civilization. More specifically, the Industrial Age, which is our contemporary model. Of course, this is a very risky example because the Industrial Era only lasted for approximately 300 years, which is a pretty short period of time in the grand scheme of things. This ephemeral model, however, continues to be the only one we have to support the Silurian theory. What signs were left behind by an industrial society similar to ours if it had existed in the distant past? Schmidt and Frank's analysis poses intriguing queries regarding how we do Earth science research. They contend that when it comes to researching such ancient times, we know virtually little about our planet. The Negev Desert in southern Palestine has the 1.8 million year oldest portion of the Earth's surface. The largest of the three erosion-carved craters, measuring 8 kilometers in width and 35 kilometers in length, opens onto the Earth's crust. Additionally, the ocean floor is only a few thousand years old, and the marine crust is continually renewed. Because of this, all ocean sediments date back to the Jurassic period and have a younger age than 170 million years. Fossilization is a very uncommon occurrence. The percentage of fossilized creatures is thought to range between 0.01 and 0.1%. There are only a few thousand nearly intact dinosaur specimens left despite the fact that they walked the Earth for over 180 million years. Finally, it appears impossible to uncover evidence of a pre-human civilization. Although the time period is very different from the changes we are currently seeing, some climate upheavals on our planet in the past share some similarities with them. For instance, the Paleocene thermal maximum, a 200,000-year period when the temperature rose by 8 degrees Celsius, occurred 55 million years ago. Researchers do not jump to conclusions too soon. There is absolutely no evidence for the existence of an earlier industrial society. The phenomenon might be organic in nature. Nevertheless, we believe the aforementioned results are compelling enough to spur additional study. This research into novel concepts also offers a great starting point for astrobiologists researching intelligent life on other worlds. And finally, why should such a theory just be used in fiction? The Red Planet may have offered suitable circumstances for life a little over 4 billion years ago, far before the first known forms of life on our planet, according to recent study from the University of Western Ontario. We can assume that there wouldn't be any evidence of such society if intelligent life had arisen on Mars 4 billion years ago. The Silurian idea was eventually established in a 2017 article written by American astronomer Jason T. Wright. It seeks to apply this paradigm to other worlds in the solar system and offers a few technosignatures that might withstand the test of time under the heading Prior Indigenous Technological Species. Astronomers are looking for biosignatures, or signs of life, in the atmospheres of other planets, including Mars and the TRAPPIST-1 system, such as oxygen or other byproducts of biology and metabolism. An artificial radio signal or space mining, on the other hand, are examples of technosignature evidence. An astronomer would take ancient as meaning billions of years, despite the fact that this is connected to the ancient aliens theory, which contends that extraterrestrials visited Earth thousands of years ago and assisted with science and engineering. Because it is so challenging to uncover and identify items from humanity even thousands of years ago, anything from an intelligent species so long ago would be difficult to find. The Earth is not the best site to look for technosignatures because it obliterates technological evidence, and any artifacts from millions of years ago are probably invisible. Venus might have been the first habitable planet in the solar system, and for at least 2 billion years, giving time for life to emerge, develop, and then vanish about 750 million years ago when conditions started to deteriorate to become as they are now. This is according to a study published by the NASA Goddard Institute in 2016. The book The Night of Time by René Barjavel is a good choice if the Silurian idea appeals to you. A 1968 science fiction book that was awarded the Prix de Libraries the following year. The plot can be summed up as follows. During the Cold War, a group of French researchers found an ancient civilization buried beneath the Antarctic ice. Carbon dating revealed that this civilization is 900,000 years old, making it much older than humans. This garnered worldwide attention and led to the construction of a research station. With the exception of a strange generator and two people who were completely encased in solid helium, the dig found a hidden city of wonders, but everything would vanish with the ice. The narrative that followed the international events surrounding the station and the terrible tale of the female's ancient life that had been obliterated began when the scientists decided to revive the female first. The Silurian hypothesis is intriguing and thought-provoking, but additional investigation is required before any firm conclusions can be made. No geological or archaeological evidence has been found to support the existence of a pre-human industrial civilization on Earth. Therefore, whether or not such a society actually existed is still a mystery. Despite the absence of supporting evidence, the two scientists who came up with the Silurian hypothesis are continuously trying to collect information. They are investigating the possibility that specific metals, compounds, or patterns in the landscape that could be signs of extensive engineering and construction work, as well as other techno-signatures of advanced civilizations, may still exist in the Earth's prehistoric environment. Some scientists are now going to outer space and looking to other planets in the solar system, such as Venus and Mars, in the hopes of uncovering hints of a previous industrial civilization in the quest for signs of intelligent life in the universe. How do you feel? Do you believe that those wonders on Earth were created at such a young and primitive time with the assistance of aliens who descended to Earth? Or is there a more elegant explanation? Tell us in the comments section below.